Hello Facebook, how you doing? Hope you're well. Dave here, just kicking around at home in Byron Bay. Yes, it's nice and sunny here today. I hope it's sunny in your part of the world. I hear it's not in Melbourne, so commiserations to the Victorians. Listen, I just wanted to answer this question because I've been getting it a lot recently. You know, we've got a couple of book retreats coming up, people asking me lots of questions about books and how it might help their business. And the big question has been, what is possible with a book? Like what is the ROI? If you were to do a book, what would be the return on investment for you? And I think it's a fair enough question, because it is a significant investment of time and energy, of time and money. You can always get your money back. You can always make more money, but you can't get more time, right? So doing a book does take some time. So I thought I'd answer a few questions and let you know what is possible with a book. And I've got kind of 5 or 6 things that I'll just run you through now. Let's just go through them. So the first one, I think this is a huge one. What's possible with a book? There's so many things you can do with a book. The biggest one that I can see straight off the bat is that a book has a potential to create a movement. If you think about all great books, the religious texts throughout time, the Bible, the Quran, any of the other religious texts, there was a book, it was a centerpiece that created a movement. Think about how many people have followed the Bible. It's like a timeless piece of advice, whether you're religious or not, whether you agree with what's in those books. It's been a timeless piece, and that's the potential of a book. One of our book writers, Michele Jones, she wrote her book, Live Your Best Life, last May, and she created a movement, a global movement based around her brand, and she now does workshops and retreats based on that brand. It has people hashtagging and following it. A book really is like a centerpiece. It has the potential to inspire people. So that's a really big one that I want to share straight off the bat. The second, not necessarily second, this isn't necessarily in any order. You might resonate with one thing more than another, and you might not want to create a movement, but you might want to take your personal and professional life to the next level. And that's really a big thing with writing a book, and that's definitely what's possible for you. You see, 81% of the population, according to Forbes magazine, and we know that they're always right because they're Forbes, they say that 81% of the population want to write a book, and only 0.001% of that actually do it. So if you're one of the many that do, as opposed to one of the many that talk, there's infinite rewards available to you. And I don't want to blow smoke up your ass and tell you that, that a Lamborghini will land on your driveway the very next day after you've published your book. Like, that's not necessarily going to happen. But it is a key to taking yourself to the next level. And time again, I've seen it, whether it be someone starting a business and really making a name for themselves on the scene with their book and going, hey, here I am, this is what I do, this is my thing, and it really gives them the start. Or whether it's the thing that kind of takes them, they've got a few clients and it takes them up to that established business, or whether it takes them from established, maybe they're doing 10, 20, 30, 50K a month, it takes them to the next level on top of that, whatever that is for them. The book really is a pathway because think about it, it's a structural piece. If you know spiral dynamics or the values pendulum, level 4 is structure, and you really need that structure and that system and that leverage in order to get to level 5, which is results, which is kind of where you need to be if you're going to be doing any sort of good business in the long term. So what else? What else is possible with a book? Well, fundamentally, it is a positioning tool. You write a book, you can say that you wrote the book on that topic. That's pretty cool. You can cement yourself and cement a place in the market for you as this is what I stand for. This is who I am. And you almost become like a shining beacon, where you get to hold up your message and stand out from the crowd, and for people to be able to distinguish between you and other providers. And as my good friend Agostino says, there's nothing like the thud factor on the CEO's desk, with the book just going boom, there it is. So thanks AC for that one. Another thing that's possible with a book is that you can launch your business internationally. So I don't know about you, but I always had dreams of taking my business globally. And, when I was in business school, that was something that I dreamed about. And I really loved, there you go. There's a little sneak peek into where all the magic happens. That's the Thompson office. With a book, you get distributed globally. So you've got reach into the UK, into the USA, Canada, into other parts of the world. You have the potential to, if you want to be doing business in the US, in California, you absolutely can. Sam Riley, one of our inspirational book writers, that's exactly what she did. She really does not like the Australian winter. So she's like, all right, well, let's not be here for the winter and let's do business in the US during like June, July. That's when it's their summer. So she's chasing the summer and her business is now global. She's got a live event coming up in Santa Monica in November. And that was all possible because of her book. The book gave her a pathway for that. So if that's something that appeals, then maybe just take note of that and go, yes. I always like to, when I hear something that I like, I go, yes, I'll take that. Thank you. So what else have I got here? What else do I have here? I'm sure I've got some more stuff for you. Oh, I do. Yes. What else is possible? Do a big launch and sell. Definitely possible. If you want your book to arrive on the scene and just go, boom, here it is, and to attract a lot of attention, a lot of buzz, you can definitely do that. If you want to take on the #1 Amazon spot and you want to ruffle some feathers of some New York Times bestsellers and knock them off the Amazon list, absolutely you can. Of course, if you've got no following, then that'd be a bit harder. But certainly if you've got a following and you follow a strategy, and we can help you with that strategy, then that's definitely possible. Dane Thomas, you've probably seen his book kicking around quite a bit, Clear Your Shit. He did 1,000 copies in 48 hours and knocked off a New York Times bestseller. Pretty extraordinary stuff. All definitely possible. So there's a heap of options there. If none of those suit you, then maybe you want to do something else. Maybe you you just want to clarify your thoughts on a topic. Yeah, Daniel Priestley from Key Person of Influence, he said that he would write a book merely to clarify his thoughts on a topic, and I think that's quite a good reason. So you might want to do it for that. You might want to get speaking gigs. You might want to become a podcast celebrity or get podcast interviews or be invited to expos or trade shows. The thing with a book is it really is like an all access pass. It can give you access to whatever you desire, whatever you need. And that like I said, that's not being like pie in the sky stuff. It's really like, all right, well, what are your goals? Where do you want this thing to take you? Yeah. Do you want to do a TEDx or a TED Talk? And setting your goal for that, because these things are possible when you have a book, because it's the authority and credibility piece, and you set some goals and you have a structured pathway to follow. So I want to know from you, what is it? Chat with me. Leave a message down below or leave a comment. Let me know if you were to write a book, what would you want from it? What would be your goals? What's the pathway you want to follow? Alrighty, well, I'm going to go and make a juice because it's juice o'clock here in the Bay. So thanks again. Take good care and rock and roll. And I will see you on the other side. Dave Thompson.